Today's lesson is to be able to create two different types of graphs in Excel. And so hopefully you have Microsoft Excel opened and have the handouts in front of you for task 1 and task 2. We worked with the Snow White project enough that hopefully a lot of this stuff you should be able to do on your own. I'm going to go through very quickly actually on how to do this and what final product should look like. And so you can pause this video at any time, and there you go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off in cell A1, and I'm going to type in favorite Disney character. And then inside of cell cell B3, I know it sounds weird, but in cell B3 I'm going to type in boys. And then in C3, actually you know what, inside of B3 I'm going to type in girls. And then C3 is boys, because that's how your handout is listed. Girls are first and boys are second. And then starting in A4, I'm going to start typing in my different characters' names, such as Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Goofy, and Pluty. If I can do that, there you go, Pluto. Now, if you remember, hopefully most of you remember how to resize the A column to be wide. Problem is, if you double click an A, it'll be as wide as the favorite Disney character, so we're going to have to manually adjust this to be just as wide as Mickey or Minnie Mouse. And inside the numbers here, you're going to plug in all the numbers. And through the magic of television, I plugged in all the numbers here. Make sure for Donald Duck, for girls, there are no girls listed here for him as a favorite character, so you have to put a 0 in that cell. To make the graph, it's very simple. I'm going to select all of my data from the blank space next to girls and boys all the way down to the 7 for Pluto. I'm going to go to Insert and then choose a column graph. I'm going to choose the very first column graph here. And this is the main type of graph that you want to use. And the only thing on your handout says make sure your graph includes a label. If you remember from my lessons before, it's underneath the chart layouts, and you're going to choose layout number 9 when you find it there. Once you choose layout number 9, you can simply label the chart appropriately, and make sure you label the axes as well. And again, I have my chart labeled like this, and that's it for the chart number 1. If you want to pause this and give everybody some time to recreate this and keep the chart as is right here, that's great. I'm going to continue talking and show how to create the second chart. In order to do that, I'm going to go, in my case, I'm going to go down to around like A19 or so, just a little bit below this first one here, just so I'm not in the way. And I'm going to type in my title, which would be temperature change. And starting around A21, about 2 lines down below, here's what I'm going to show you. A really neat little trick. Since we have to type in all the days of the week, I'm going to just type in the word Sunday and then press enter. Once I go back to the word Sunday, you'll see on the bottom right corner I have this small little square right here. When I put my cursor over top of the square, my cursor turns into a thick plus sign, or just a dark plus sign. If I drag this down, all the way down, you'll notice that my cursor next to it has all the days of the week. And when I let go, it's going to automatically fill in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all the way down to Saturday. So it's a really quick way to do that. If you have a whole bunch of Sundays down here, check your spelling. You probably spelled Sunday wrong, and you redo it. If it's difficult for you to do, just simply type in all the days of the week. That certainly can be done. It's just this will save you some time. In the column right next to it, I'm going to type in the different numbers according to the handout here. Here's what you don't want to do. What you don't want to do is to type in like 35 degrees and then put an F in here. When you do that, when you put the F in here, even if you go and find the degree symbol, which is possible, Excel no longer sees this as an actual number. It sees it as data, and therefore when you start making a graph, it will say there's no, it'll just be a blank, empty graph. So we have to just basically type the straight numbers. So do not type in the F for Fahrenheit. Once we have all the numbers done, I'm going to select my data, just like this, go to the Insert tab. I'm going to choose a line graph and choose the very first graph off this list. and I'll move this down a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is for the chart layouts, I'm going to choose chart layout number 10 this time. And again, if you can pause this video at any time if a lot of students have questions, or I know I'm going fast, but I'm doing this on quickly on purpose. And now, same thing as before, you're going to label your charts. And then right here on this side axis label, which is the y-axis, and I hope everybody knew that, on the y-axis you're going to label this as degrees, and then in parentheses that's where you're going to put the Fahrenheit, or put just the capital F. And again, through the magic of television, I added all my titles to here. And I have this legend over here, but we may not need this legend, so I'm just going to simply click on it and just press the delete key to delete it, and it'll widen my chart here. So that's basically what you need to do to make your two charts according to the tasks. I went through it quickly on purpose because I showed you how to do all this stuff already, and hopefully you can all do this on your own. Good luck.